Up, everybody? We are live right now,
Yep.
and yeah, Brian's gonna play a little bit of Resident Evil 6, and then we're gonna talk some more about paranormal stuff, paranormal talk, the Mandela effect, and maybe a little bit of the butterfly effect too. Obviously, some UFOs, aliens, maybe some ghosts too. Why not? Since we love talk about ghosts a lot, and a lot of things.
And I'll show you guys if you guys watched the video I posted on YouTube about me shooting AR-15.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Hope you guys have a great day.
Oh, that person left. I know. There was one person was here, and then somebody left. So yeah, maybe when Brian finishes this chapter, and then we'll do some, we'll react to Secure Team 10 with some UFOs, and we're gonna do some Mandela effect talk. We'll try to understand what's the butterfly effect's all about. We're gonna try. I don't know.
What?
The butterfly effect?
Oh shit. Yeah.
I haven't looked much into the butterfly effect, so I'm very curious of what it's all about. So this is gonna be like me and you kind of figuring what the butterfly effect's all about. So yeah, that should be pretty interesting. I guess. I have learned a little bit more about the Mandela effect than anything else. And obviously UFOs, aliens, Mars, a lot of crazy things.
What happened to Mexico and shit?
Oh yeah.
With the freaking lines and.
Oh yeah, there was these three triangles, right? There were these three triangles in the sky.
Yeah.
And it was doing like a circle. It was like doing a circle, like it was rotating.
Oh yeah.
I seen that in the not in the sky, like.
Remember the storm we had?
Yeah.
The lights. What's going on? Circle. Alright, dude. I think that was an alien ship. I was thinking about it. I keep thinking and thinking. I'm like.
I know that's pretty crazy, and obviously I haven't seen it in real life like an alien.
Me either.
Like a UFO alien ship, because obviously it's like in our skies, and I truly believe this whole alien conspiracy, UFO conspiracy, and things like that, and the government again like hiding from us. And I love this topic right here. If you guys want to subscribe to this person, if you are interested in UFOs, Secure Team 10, he does a lot of UFOs, aliens, a ton of things. And this video right here, Russian kid from Mars stuns scientists, which is this kid right here. He talks a lot. He talks a lot about Mars, and we talked about this kid was on Mars. He was born on Mars.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
This kid on Mars, and we're gonna do a reaction together once whenever he's done with this game. About 10 minutes into this live stream, we'll stop, and we can do a reaction together. I got the video all loaded up and everything, and we're gonna do more and more reactions in this live stream. And not only that, we are going to do a Mandela effect. We're going to do a butterfly effect. I haven't read much into the butterfly effect at all, but we're gonna do some little research on the butterfly effect. So I don't know what I heard about it. Obviously, I don't know what the butterfly effect is all about. I've been focusing on the Mandela effect a lot, and I know. Apparently, the world. Apparently, some people like didn't the world didn't end in 2012, right? Obviously, we talked about this, Brian.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about how the world didn't end in 2012, but apparently, supposedly, the world did end in 2012, but nobody noticed. So yeah, Nightwolf Gamer, to go live on your phone, there's a.
Wait, you don't know how to go to live?
Yeah, Nightwolf Gamer doesn't know how to go live on YouTube.
Oh snap, bro! I will show you.
Oh yeah, show him on your phone. You have a phone right here. Yeah, we're live streaming on his phone. All right.
Your phone.
All right. So you bring up the YouTube app if you have a phone.
I go on YouTube.
You bring up the YouTube app
and hit the.
You
make it you.
See this thing right here next to the magnifying glass.
Right here. Hit that.
Hit that.
You see go live.
Yeah, go live on the right, and then boom, there you go.
And you go live.
There you go, right there. And then all you have to do is do the thumbnail.
Your total.
Yeah, you name your
thing. YouTube.
Your live stream. You have to do a thumbnail too, description if you want to, and then after that, if you have Wi-Fi or whatever, or data.
I might be buying fucking freaking iPhone, man.
And then after that, you can go live. You can live stream anything. You can do daily vlogs.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, thanks. You're welcome, yo.
Yep. That's how you go live, Nightwolf Gamer. Alright, back to what we were saying.
Dude, I was showing that shit in the ass.
Alright, now, with the thing that we were talking about, the butterfly effect, I haven't read much into the butterfly effect. So I'm not familiar with the butterfly effect or the things like that. So yeah, 2012 supposedly the world supposed to end in 2012. I'm doing air quotes. Apparently we were transferring to a different universe or something like that. And yeah, oh, he said something.
I'm becoming a better YouTuber, hobby YouTuber.
Yeah, and supposedly we did go into another different universe or something, dimension. I don't really know really. I don't really know really, but it was pretty crazy. And yeah, 2 more minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and yeah, supposedly. I do believe that there's a multi-universe. You know, have you heard of multi-universes?
I think so, yeah.
Apparently there's like people that look like just like us, right? Doing the same things that we're doing.
Humans.
Yeah, but in different universes, like multi-universes. Like
yeah, different around the planet. Different planet.
Like parallel universes, I think. And apparently they're doing the same things that we're doing right now.
Making YouTubes.
Yeah. I know, it's pretty crazy. I don't know how accurate that is. And yeah.
It is accurate. I do not play Resident Evil. I know you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's gonna, like, once we hit like 10 minutes, 11 minutes, we'll do a reaction video of him with this kid that was born on Mars and he knows a lot of things about aliens. It's a YouTube video.
Oh shit, I beat the shit out of him.
And yeah. So yeah, it's a very interesting talk to talk about. And yeah. And yeah. And so he's playing Resident Evil 6 right now. Want to stop the game right here?
Well, we're gonna die. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, for you, mate.
Yeah, I don't know if you know.
Perfect shot.
I don't know if you guys heard this already, but I'm actually gonna buy Dark Souls 3 soon, and Brian's gonna play it next time he comes over to my house, and that should be pretty fun, right? You might see Brian rage or something, because it's one of those rage games, so it should be pretty funny. And yeah, I honestly can't wait to play that game.
Did I die? Do you know? Get it over it. Get over what? Over what? My cameraman don't want to be in that video. That's why I blocked it. Oh, the game.
Until we get more subscribers.
Yeah.
When we get more subscribers, we'll
I don't know why people unsubscribe me. Like 3 people unsubscribe.
I want to do a little more talking, and then we'll do some reactions.
No, we could do reaction right now.
Okay. Ooh. Sorry about that. I had to stretch.
I even wanted to stretch. Okay. Get up, man. You're getting lazy, man.
Oh, someone liked it.
Word.
Yeah. Alright, guys, this video is Russian kid from Mars stunned scientists.
Here with security team. Well, this kid that you're looking at here has, since he was a baby, maybe 1 year old, has shown and developed some very strange and advanced knowledge about space and about our planet. And the young boy, who is Russian, by the way, claims that he was born on planet Mars and that he has been sent to Earth to save us from a coming cataclysm. His name is Boriska Kiprianovich, and he lives in Volgograd, Russia. And it's alleged that he lived on Mars before being reborn on Earth along with others on a mission to save mankind. Now, on the face of it, and what I just told you, many of you, I'm sure, are probably saying, okay, Tyler, what the hell are you reporting on now? But when you read into it, and the more you learn, the more creepy it gets. And the fact that this Russian kid is able to remember this previous life on Mars in astounding detail. And not just that, but it appears that he knew at a very young age a lot of things about space that a normal kid just wouldn't know, and has demonstrated a remarkable grasp of scientific and astronomical concepts. And his parents believe him, with many calling him a genius. And so the boy, who is now 20 years old, by the way, so this has been an ongoing story, but many of you, I'm sure, have never heard of it. It first came to the mainstream media and the attention of the mainstream back in around 2008, when the boy was the subject of a documentary called Boriska, Indigo Boy from Mars. From an early age, he began telling experts about his previous life on Mars. He believes he lived among an alien civilization that was ravaged by war and a nuclear catastrophe. The Martians, he said, were 7 feet tall and breathed carbon dioxide. and that he was one of these Martians. So it's not like he was a human living on Mars amongst a bunch of Martians. He was one of them.
I know, that looks freaky,
Going on
right?
further say that the Martians had mastered the prevention of aging, and that all Martians had stopped aging and became semi-immortal at the age of 35. He further claimed that he was part of a Martian military organization and flew raids both on Mars as well as traveling to Earth, where Martians freely interacted with the ancient Egyptians. The iconic Sphinx has some kind of mechanism built into it that allows it to be opened, he says, and doing so will unlock, quote, secrets of the universe. He further went on to say that the Martian group that he was a part of on Mars was extremely technologically advanced and capable of interstellar travel outside of our solar system. And although scientists today may say, well, we see no evidence of these beings on the Martian planet in these satellite images, he does say that after this catastrophe that occurred, they went underground, and that is where they continue to live to this day. And we have actually featured evidence of that here on the channel. When you're looking at some of these satellite imagery, you will find not only what appears to be monoliths and artificial looking structures scattered along the surface, but you will also find cracks in the surface and things that look like glass tunnels crisscrossing underneath in what appears to be a massive underground tunneling system. Even scientists today have admitted there may be microscopic life living deep under the surface to avoid the radiation. Recalling one memory, he said, quote, I remember that time when I was 14 or 15 years old. The Martians were waging wars all the time, so I would often have to participate in air raids with a friend of mine. We could travel in time and space, flying in round spaceships. But when we would visit Earth, we would observe life on the planet from a triangular aircraft. And that, quote, Martian spaceships are very complicated. They are layered, and they can fly all across the universe. Now, the boy apparently started speaking just a few months after he was born, and within just a year or two, he displayed knowledge of planetary systems, which has confounded experts around the world, including scientists. Bariska's parents stand by their son 100% and believe him. His mother is a doctor and says that she knew that he was very special as soon as he held his head up without any support just 2 weeks after being born. Researchers have described him as being an extremely shy young man with above average intelligence. When the boy hit the age of about 1.5, he was able to then read, draw, and paint. His mother and father didn't teach him anything about space as a child, but say he would often sit and talk about Mars, the planetary systems, and alien civilizations. They say that this fascination with space soon became his #1 interest, and it wasn't long before he started claiming to have been born on planet Mars.
Like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. There was some point, some spot on the Jupiter of different color. He doesn't remember the color, but remember there was a spot on Jupiter. Yeah. And you saw these planets. How? How did you see them? Asking. Как ты видел эти планеты? Is that the sun in the middle? Yeah. Okay. And you see these planets from a spaceship or from the planet, or how did you see them? Spaceship. You're gonna see them from Mars, really. I see. And did you see them before you were born?
Now, there is an extremely fascinating interview done with this boy that was put together by Project Camelot. Now, for those of you who don't know, the channel Project Camelot is one of the earliest channels here on YouTube to really dive into the study of the alien phenomenon, with the operator of the channel, Carrie Cassidy, who has been, sort of a personal hero of mine and one of the people who got me into this research, doing a number of interviews with pretty much every sort of high-up whistleblower, former engineers, people who have worked at these secretive bases, virtually everyone that you may idolize or that has anything to do with this topic, she has interviewed. And so I will put the link down below to this interview. It's around an hour long. You just saw a short clip of that here. And if you want to learn more, head over and watch it. And then come back, post a comment, let me know what you guys think. And tell me what your thoughts are of reincarnation.
Want to get right into the Mandela effect?
The possibility that we have lived on other planets in past lifetimes. Because, this is not the first time that we have heard of this concept, with many others in the past remembering not just of living past lives here on Earth, but that they have lived on other planets in other star systems. And that even as small children have been able to recall these memories in vivid detail. And it all really does make you wonder. And, the idea of reincarnation has always fascinated me. And I do personally think that there may be some truth to this, and that we are all extraterrestrials, jumping from planet to planet, learning in each one of these different lifetimes, building our knowledge of the universe, and then bringing that knowledge to
video,
planets like
and I
ours.
gotta show you the video of me shooting the gun,
let me know what you guys think. Thank you for stopping by today. Be sure to subscribe and share this video on your way out. Stop by and grab yourself a Secure Team hoodie.
Yeah, I have my ID.
Yeah, if you have your own ID. Mm-hmm. If my friend Jeff will take you there, you're gonna have a blast.
Okay, let's see the Mandela effect. What are your thoughts on that video right there?
It was. I know a kid was born in Mars, and he was reborn in Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did we saw that?
Well, I did.
You did, not me.
Yeah. I'll put it on the lowest quality so it won't, affect the live stream. Alright guys, new video. I'm here right now, but they can always rewatch in video form.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So, the question of today's video is, are we living in an alternate reality? Some of us. Or, better yet, has our reality, our timeline, been changed at one point or another? Split in two? And are we just now noticing the effects and the changes of this split? Now, there has been a lot of talk recently about something called the Mandela effect. And that, my friends, is what we're going to talk about today. Now, I'm sure many of you have researched it. I've seen plenty of commenters posting about the Mandela effect. But for many of you who don't know, it really doesn't get any more strange or weird than this. So what is the Mandela effect? Well, it is a theory of parallel universes based in the idea that large groups of people have been found to have similar alternative memories about past events. Advocates of the theory claim that these collective experiences to be true, the fabric of reality must have been shifted at some point in the past, and therefore, not only do parallel, inhabitable universes exist, but that we are constantly switching between them. The Mandela effect was first described online in 2010 by a blogger named Fiona Broom. Broom described an experience at a convention called DragonCon, when she discovered that other people had a false memory similar to hers, which was that Nelson Mandela had died during his imprisonment in the 1980s. Now, if you don't know, Nelson Mandela is the former president of South Africa, well-known guy, who actually didn't die until December of 2013. But there's a lot of people out there who have memories of him passing away when he was locked up in prison in the 80s. Broom is quoted as saying that, "I thought Nelson Mandela died in prison. I thought I remembered it clearly, complete with news clips of his funeral, the mourning in South Africa, some rioting in the cities, and the heartfelt speech by his widow. I then found out that he was still alive." Fiona recounted discovering many widely held alternative memories, including certain Star Trek episodes that had never actually existed. In 2012, another blogger named Reese expressed a similar idea, but this time about the spelling of a popular children's book series called The Bernstein Bears. Now, for those of you who don't remember this,
I know that.
and a lot of you may not if you're younger, I was actually born in 1986, so I remember the book, these children's books called The Bernstein Bears.
I was born in
I remember
1999.
clearly the name of the book being The Bernstein Bears, as in Stein, Bernstein. But when you actually look online, you find that it has changed from Bernstein, which again, even I clearly remember, to Bernstein, or Bernstain versus EIN. The blogger went on to say that when I saw the book covers, the ones in the squiggly bubble letters from my childhood, the ones that I saw 100 times a month from the formative ages of 5 to 9, the ones that every 20-something in the world will tell you read Bernstein Bears. Except they don't read Bernstein, they read Bernstein. So, if you're a child of the 80s and early 90s, this is what you'll remember when thinking of the Bernstein Bears children's book. This is what I remember. I spoke to my wife, this is what she remembers. And if everyone else I've asked, they are completely shocked when they see that Bernstein has suddenly, or apparently, never was Bernstein, but Bernstein. And I'm telling you guys right now, Bernstein, that means nothing to me. It was always Bernstein. And I even recall seeing the EIN in the name. There's even evidence of this change, of this possible split sometime in our reality, on our timeline, or in our reality versus other people's realities. On August 5th, 2016, a poster on Reddit posted something entitled, "Holy shit, found Bernstein evidence while packing." And as you're seeing here, she posted this picture of a discovered Bernstein Bears VHS tape, where it is clearly spelled Bernstein and not Bernstein, as you're seeing on the official label. Now, hundreds of thousands of people have gone over this image, and there's not one iota of belief that this has been tampered with or anything like that. So this is the real deal. And I had never heard of the Bernstein Bears until I started researching into the Mandela effect. So these subtle differences that we're seeing in topics such as the Bernstein Bears, which is still one of the biggest when you are talking about the Mandela effect. But there's plenty more of these little subtleties, these changes, if you will. People who have known these names and these logos for years who are now for the first time seeing that their memories are not correct. Something has changed. And so today we're going to go through a list of some of the best and most strange changes and effects of this so-called split reality. And depending on your age, some of you may not remember these because you weren't alive, but there's plenty of them that you will know about. And so we'll just go ahead and test all of you and see if you remember something different from what you're seeing today. And if your memories are not lining up with the memories that other people have. So the first of which I have to mention, which is another one of the most discussed topics regarding the Mandela effect, and that is of the tank boy. Now, if you don't know what this is, well, basically a protester went out and stood in front of a line of tanks in Tiananmen Square in China on June 5th, 1989. And many people believe today that This protester was run over and killed by these government tanks. But I've come to find out that he didn't die and that the tanks never touched him. Here are some recent quotes from people who posted on the website MandelaEffect.com regarding the Tiananmen Square Tank Boy. One user named Angel said, and I quote, "I remember Tank Boy getting run over by the tank at Tiananmen Square. My husband doesn't. We Googled it, and apparently he didn't get run over. I have a very vivid memory, though. I remember seeing a video of it. I remember learning about this in the 7th grade. Another poster named Bree stated, and I quote, "I remember Tank Boy getting run over. My partner and myself were talking about Tiananmen Square and Tank Boy. I mentioned how horrible it was that he was killed. My partner had no memory of that and thought I was crazy. He had to go on YouTube to show me that he lived. As I watched, I had no recollection of that event or that he was still living." Another poster said, and I quote, "Same here. I remember seeing blood on the street after the tank rolled over him, and how the backlash nearly caused communism to fall apart in China. This is so weird." Yet again, another poster states, and I quote, "I remember the so-called tank guy being famous exactly because he was killed by that tank. Again, this is a memory of a news event talking about it after the original event had occurred." And the testimony from people talking about this just goes on and on and on. People who remember watching news reports after the boy was killed, seeing blood on the streets, recalling learning about this when they were in 6th or 7th grade in history class and being told by their teachers that they weren't allowed to show the entire video because it was too gruesome. But apparently, those memories are all now false. Something's been altered. The boy was not run over by the tank, as thousands, perhaps millions of people remember. And it gets stranger. So let's get to the list here, and you guys tell me whether these names or films or logos that I'm about to show you, if you remember them the way I did, and if the actual logos and names that you'll see today ring any bells with your own memories. So let's start with an easy one. Many of you have heard of Oscar Mayer. They are the hot dog company, Oscar Mayer Wiener. Been around for years. And this right here is probably what you remember. It's what I clearly remember. But apparently it's not Oscar Mayer Wiener. It's Oscar Mayer. And as you do a search for this and you look at all of the old photos, old and new, it's not M-E-Y-E-R. It's M-A-Y-E-R. Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Oh, yeah.
Right to me. It doesn't seem right to any of you. It's always been Oscar Mayer. And I specifically remember it always being M-E-Y-E-R. I have no recollection of there being an A. Oscar Mayer. Makes no sense to me.
Alright guys, I have the camera now.
JCPenney. You all know JCPenney. You go to your local mall and get some trousers or some shirts or some slacks, maybe a nice pair of khakis. And I always remembered it as capital J, capital C, Penny, P-E-N-N-Y. But no, that's not right either. This is what you get when you look up JCPenney today. P-E-N-N-E-Y. JCPenney. Febreze. The wonderful
I remember this.
That allows you to make your house smell really good. You walk around with a spray bottle, and I always remember it being spelled F-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E. And yet that double E.
Remember Nathan did that to me, the Febreze ones.
You'll see at your supermarket.
That's what he did to me.
Just one E. Febreze. For some reason, always remember it being two E's.
Oh, yeah.
How about the creator of the Peanuts comics and TV shows, including Charlie Brown, Lucy, Snoopy, Mr. Charles Schultz? Or is it Schultz? Well, apparently not. It's Schultz. S-C-H-U-L-Z. Now, for many of you comic and cartoon buffs out there, how many of you remember it always being Schultz with a T? Charles Schultz. Again, makes no sense to me. How about Jiffy peanut butter?
Oh yeah, Jiffy.
All of you grew up eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I specifically remember Jiffy peanut butter. But apparently those memories are false as well because it's Jif.
Yeah, Jif.
And apparently there never was a Jiffy. Just Jif. How about Looney Tunes? Many of you will remember Looney Tunes a cartoon that was on, Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, and it's just in childhoods in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And I always remembered it as Looney Tunes with two O's, Toons, Looney Tunes, as in cartoons. So tunes was always short for cartoons. But this is what you see when you look up Looney Tunes. Tunes is not Toons, it's Tunes. Looney Tunes. Tunes, as in like a music tune. It makes no sense. I don't remember it being Tunes. And again, these are a lot of these
The
really
subtitles.
hit home with me because I'm a
The
child
subtitles.
of the 80s and 90s, and I distinctly remember. I mean, I have vivid memories of these things. And what I'm seeing today does not make
After
sense.
this video, I want to
Why am
just sit
I,
back on the
along
bed
with
and I'll
millions
do
of
the
other
share.
people remembering something
Alright.
completely different? Apparently a lot of cereal. We all love cereals. We've all probably one time or another eaten Captain Crunch. We all remember Captain Crunch, but it's not called Captain Crunch when you look it up. It's called Cap'n Crunch. C-A-P''N.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember it being Cap'n Crunch.
I know.
I mean, that
changed it a
sounds
lot.
like
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and bust a cap in some guy named Crunch. I'm going to be Captain Crunch later on tonight. If he doesn't give me my money. That's what that sounds like to me. It was always Captain Crunch, as I remember it.
Yeah, me too.
Mr. Rogers. You all may know Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Now, I watched this show religiously when I was a kid. And you ask anybody to sing that song, it's always, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood. Well, let's listen to the song and see what he actually says.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood? In this neighborhood? I don't remember
A
that.
beautiful day
It's always
for
been
a
in the neighborhood. Not
neighbor.
where did this come from? I was talking to some friends about this the other day, and I said, how do you remember the Mr. Rogers song? I mean, it's the first line in the song. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
What the heck?
And that's how they remembered it. So they were too shocked to see that it's this neighborhood. Doesn't make sense. I don't remember it that way.
And because
I'm sure you're all big fans of the film Star Wars with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader.
Oh,
You
yeah.
all know
You should
the
remember
most
this.
popular line from that film. Luke, I am your father. But does he really say, Luke, I am your father? Let's find out. I am your father. And apparently all of our memories were
He
wrong.
didn't say Luke.
He says,
Yeah.
no, I am your father. He never even says the word Luke. And when you look up memes and pictures, it's always Luke. Everybody remembers it as Luke, I am your father. Not no, I am your father. I've never met one single person that's ever said it any different than Luke, I am your father. And with the popularity of Star Wars,
Like I
so many
said,
generations of people
I
having
am
watched
your
this film
father.
over and over and over, you would think that
I know.
I just said,
this
Luke.
would have never happened.
I am your
And yet,
father.
here it is.
Yeah.
Once again, millions of people.
I know. This
with a
Mandela
false
effect's
memory.
freaky, right?
Something that has
Oh,
been
yeah.
changed. It was always
Change.
It was never.
Everything's
no.
changing now.
So, this far, is any of this resonating with any of you guys? Do you have different memories of anything we've talked about so far today? And I guarantee you, a lot of you do.
I'm talking
and
to
a lot of
myself.
you are probably stumped right now. The popular shoe brand, Skechers. Always known to me as Sketchers. Skechers. Oh, when you look it up, it turns out that it's Skechers with no T. The T is gone.
Oh yeah,
Again,
sketch.
something I don't remember. I used to wear Skechers. I used to buy
I
their
love
shoes.
I
I
love
always remember the
Skechers.
T. But
They're
apparently I'm
good
busy
for
remembering,
skating.
and nothing from my past that I remember is correct. I'm gonna get a count after I post this video. I'm sure there's a lot of car guys. Let's look at some very basic logos from some of our favorite car brands. Let's start with the Ford logo. Everyone knows about Ford. It has a rich history in America, so I'm sure a lot of you looking at this here remember this being what the logo is. Specifically that of the letter F here. But when you go
Look
out
at
and
that,
purchase
Jay.
your truck, or you do a Google search, this is actually what the logo looks like.
Yeah.
Now look at this subtle difference in the letter F's, and tell me whether it makes sense to you or not. And tell me whether you remember something different. And we have plenty of photos like this here, where people have baked cakes. I mean, there's a ton of Ford lovers out there who, this here, where people have baked cakes. I mean, there's a ton of Ford lovers out there who know every inch of that logo. And you can see here where they've used the logo that they remember it as being as I remember it as being. Without this little curled up part of the F here. I don't remember it that way. How about the Volkswagen brand? I always remember it as being Volkswagen. W-A-G-O-N. Well, it's not W-A-G-O-N. It's W-A-G-E-N. And that's not the only thing that people are seeing has changed or been messed with here. It's also the logo. I have talked to many people about this, and a lot of my friends back in high school had a Volkswagen. Used to have Volkswagen Jettas and things like that. And they always remembered the VW logo as not, I repeat, not having a dash in between the V and the W. So this image here is how they always remember it. But when you actually look up the logo, you see a dash in between the V and the W. Yeah. And you can go online and research this, and you'll just take note, if you do, of all the people who remember these things exactly the way I have, and probably many of you have, who are completely shocked to see how wrong they were and refuse to believe what they're seeing today. They do not remember these things this way. Something has been changed. Yeah, about the Volvo logo. I always remembered it being the word Volvo with a circle around it. And that was it. But when you look at the logo today,
man, this world is a lie, isn't it?
Arrow sticking up out of the top right, in the shape of a male sex symbol. I don't remember this arrow being here at the top. This is how people remember. This is how I remember it here. Without the arrow,
first one we remember not that
of this arrow here on the Volvo logo.
It's on the left or right?
So it's very strange. How about Fruit Loops?
How about the arrow?
Always known as Fruit. F-R-U-I-T.
Yes.
Loops. Well, you're wrong again. F-R-O-O-T.
Yeah.
Loops is what you will see when looking at a box at your local cereal aisle. I always grew up eating Fruit Loops. I mean, I've eaten every cereal you can imagine, and I remember it always being fruit, spelled like the word fruit, not this F-R-O-O-T.
See right there, that's
so
one
are
example.
We all just idiots? And I mean, these things go on and on and on and on. You can research idiots or O-O-T nonsense. So are we all just idiots? And I mean, these things go on and on and on and on. Are we all just idiots?
I'm looking like this is confusing.
I know.
Look at this. Look at this. These are those are different colors.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're
green
right.
Green and purple, blue and yellow.
That is true.
Red.
Maybe. Wait, this one has a limited edition, but this one doesn't.
Yeah. This is limited edition. This is a Fountain D.
Shouldn't it be reversed? Like, this one should be elimination because it has marshmallows.
Yeah, then the filters.
And I mean, these things go on and on and on and on. You can research
that is so
yourself,
creepy.
Go and
you didn't see it, right?
You can find videos listing all of these examples,
Flip Loops.
all of these changes. People remembering things differently. People's deaths being remembered differently. People thinking people have died when they haven't, and vice versa. People remembering our geographical maps being different. Countries and states being in different places than they are when you look at world maps. Certain events in history. Little subtle things like titles and logos and songs or films. These little subtle changes that are getting people in such of an uproar because these people remember what they remember. And when you find out that so many of your memories have been wrong, when you know that they're not wrong, it really gives you cause to wonder. And it really makes you have to seriously question whether something has been changed. Films like The Matrix or The Adjustment Bureau, are these just fiction? Or was there a split in our timeline at some point in history, which is why half of the people remember these things and the other half remember them completely differently. Which reality are you living in? Which of these splits, these alternate realities, are you in? And how do you remember
we all live
these
on
things
Mars,
that we
right?
talked about in today's video?
Really cool.
Let me know down in the comments section.
Yeah.
I would really like to hear it. I'll
But
be
the thing
monitoring
is,
the comments.
aliens would be underground.
Research the endless amount of examples.
Under the surface
What I've
of
shown you today
Mars.
is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of great websites out there, specifically one that's called Mandela Effect.
That's what the
I don't want to see that.
That's what the kids said on that one video.
Yeah, I want to see that. Like, ew, what the frick is wrong with your face? Oh, that's my face.
Yeah, so that's pretty creepy. You ready? Yeah.
Kind of. I'm super tired.
I know.
I don't know how. Yeah. If you guys work like me, you'd be hella tired.
Yeah.
It's not 8:10.
I want to see. I want to say drop my phone.
Not my phone. Why go drop your phone?
I don't know. I thought it would,
My phone is not that loud. It's not that hard case. God damn. That's so cold.
Butterfly effect.
Wait, do you want your phone with you or
Actually, have it aimed at you after this video, and then I'll switch the camera.
God damn.
Okay.
Alright, hold on. Let me get comfortable real quick.
Alright, I'll switch the.
But I'm thinking.
I don't know if I like the video or not. No, I did not. There you go. There you go. I like the video.
I give you guys all thumbs up and you didn't give me none. Right?
And you want to
Stop being nervous. Just hit the like button.
this video want to talk?
The butterfly
Yeah.
effect
Yeah,
is
we're
a
gonna
main
hang out
concept
video.
formulated by American mathematician.
I thought that's what so much
in the
on.
1960s. It is a theory that
God
one small
damn.
change in the starting condition of an event, such as that of an innocent butterfly soaring through the sky, can have a dramatic effect on the outcome of an event. Like, of course, a tornado on the other side of the world, or less drastic. Edward first popularized the butterfly effect after running weather forecasts through a computer using precise variables. I realized that just a minute alteration of any given calculation, just speed, temperature, or humidity, caused a dramatic influence of the following 2 months' worth of simulated weather predictions. But this is by no means just the case with the weather, but every single event, thought, and outcome ever to have happened. This is why you did not read the wrong and clickbait. This video will have an impact on the outcome of your life in ways you probably never thought until you learn about the butterfly effect. So how can we relate and physically see this? Well, like I said, every single event in reality is the result of a past action. But there are some examples that will reminisce with all of us. The action started out so small, yet had
Small,
such a devastating
medium,
and positive
large,
outcome on
extra
all of our
large,
lives.
and
Let's take a
2x
look at a few of
large.
those examples.
God damn. What's the 3 extra large?
World War I was an event that changed the course of all
Big.
our lives. But what if World War I never took place? Well, that in theory could be equally as damaging, because another more devastating war may have broken out. But just what if? Well, it's been theorized that if somehow it did not happen, there of course would have been no World War II, no Hitler rising to power.
Oh man, remember the guy died?
And fast forward
Yeah, I
10
know.
years,
I know
theory
Hitler.
suggests there would be no
I was kind of hoping
no talent,
Hitler
no
to be in this game so we can kill him in the campaign.
But many say
I
World
was
War I
hoping
was
like,
based
oh,
on
I can't wait to kill Hitler
And
in this
they're
game,
probably
but
right.
no.
World War I was a combination of many
Yeah.
things, but it can
It
be
wasn't
event
World War
with small
War, I
events
think.
that
No.
important could change
Yeah.
the course of
Yes,
events.
around there, yeah.
And that was the wrong
Cause
turn
that's the
and
first
story.
war we went to.
A car was carrying the Archduke of Austria, Franz Ferdinand. You see, on the morning of June the 28th,
It happened maybe
Francis' car was attacked with a grenade,
the 80s
which failed to
or
hit its
90s.
target, but
No,
instead
the
it hit
70s or
passengers on the car
60s.
behind. Later that day, Franz wanted to visit those wounded by the blast, and whilst en route, The driver of his car made a wrong turn.
Oh yeah, I want to show you one more video. You know, time travelers, things like that. There was one though. I want to record your reaction too.
God damn, I'm about to snooze off.
If not for the wrong turn made by France,
Don't grab my phone.
he would not have been shot.
Sorry, he will drop in front of my chest. I make sure it will drop in my chest.
Followed by France and Belgium, causing the UK to declare war on Germany, starting World War I. Had France not been assassinated, World War I would never have happened that way. It may not have been prevented, but it certainly would have started differently, potentially changing its outcome. All because a car took a wrong turn and stalled in the middle of the road. Whilst on the subject of world wars, you may have heard
that gun is good.
This one?
Yeah.
Henry Tandy, a British soldier.
I wish I was a time traveler so you could see all this thing happening in the past, you know. That'd be so cool. Like, see how World War happened, like how, like what caused it, what caused World War II, and see how it all unfolds.
Good. Oh, that's in the game right there.
Yeah, right there.
Oh no, we don't have World War III.
Yeah, the whole North Korea thing and whatever else.
60 million people may not have died. So just think, out of those 60 million who died, they could have gone on to have children.
It could happen. World War III.
I don't want it to happen because what happened? Us put us in the Marines and shit, and we had to go out and kill people. We didn't have to sign nothing. To pick you up like, yo, let's go. That would be cool as shit.
If he chose to do something different on one certain day, he would not have been killed all those years later. You see, in 1940, 23 years before he was assassinated, he had an accident while playing sports, which is thought to be the driving force behind his never-ending struggle with back pain. If not for the back pain, he would not have worn a back brace. If he had not been wearing a back brace on the day he was assassinated, he would have slumped or fallen after the first non-fatal shot hit him. But instead, he stayed upright because of his back brace, allowing his body to be positioned perfectly for a second shot. Many experts have all agreed.
You got such choice.
Years ago back pain fueled from this sporting accident many years previously, JFK would have been able to duck away after the first shot.
That's to say,
The second fatal shot
up for a bit after the last video. God damn, how long was it? You know?
9 minutes.
Damn!
I want to show you one more time traveler.
I'm gonna show you a gun safety video for you. If you want to learn about shoot guns and shit.
You can stay awake. And
Yeah.
You can show your audience too.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them. I was shooting the guns and shit. Yeah, if you guys want to learn about shooting a gun, just tell me. I will give you guys a sample.
And do a video on it.
I might be take my camera I bought, bring it to freaking thing. I like excuse me. Can I record in that for my videos of memories? He said if it's for memories and that, I'm good.
If my parents had never met, I would never have been born. If I was never born, the 3,200 plus years that has been spent watching my videos by millions of people, which has literally changed the outcome of the world in some way or another, would never have happened. Sure, everyone would have done other things in that time, or watched other videos, but because it would have been different, maybe less or more time spent watching, different conversations with people or different thoughts, depending on which video you've watched, a different outcome would result. Now, this is a question I do often ask myself. I wonder if by someone sitting and watching one of my videos, that prevented them from maybe going outside and getting into trouble, or that maybe those 5 minutes spent watching one of my videos, or anyone else's video, meant they had something in common with a person that led to them dating and potentially starting a family
if you guys watch my videos, comment below. Let me know. Watch my YouTube videos.
You should do a day in the life. Like what you do a video or a live stream
About my life.
Yeah, like what you do in your life. There's a day in the life like videos or live streams. I think it's easier to do a live stream because you know it's not a video form.
God damn, my eyes would say, "Go to sleep, nigga. Go to sleep, bro." I know I caught myself. I didn't say the A word at the end. Go to sleep. And like now I'm trying to say God damn it.
So if you ever thought your life didn't matter, believe me, it really does.
Alright, there's one time traveler video.
Hey,
So,
cause
alright,
yeah.
let me make sure. Don't worry, I'll have my phone back after this video.
Alright, I just close my eyes for a little bit. Not like too long. If I did, I would be sleeping over here.
Let's see if I can find a good video. No, fine, I'll pick this one.
Yo, I bet you got a time machine, go back. Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to go back in time where how Earth was made. Like if there was a God. And,
I think it was God, not Jesus. Jesus is his son.
I know it's God. I was just curious of I know God created everything, all that stuff.
Yeah. How long is it?
26 minutes.
God damn.
Alright, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. I've never seen this video, so when I come back, this is all new to me, like information. I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
My name is Alexander Smith. I've kept my silence on this issue for a long time. A long, long time. What I'm about to tell you is something that I haven't even told my children, nor my grandchildren. My own wife doesn't even know what I'm about to tell you. You see, the reason I kept my silence for so long was due to the threats that I got if I exposed my story and if I told what happened, if I told the truth. They wouldn't let me tell the truth, and you're not going to like this at all. But I couldn't live with myself one more day if I kept it all sealed up. The only way I can live with myself from now on is if I tell the truth about what happened. And I suppose my story starts back in the year 1981. You see, I had a background in the military. I rose up the ranks and eventually I worked for the CIA. I can't give my specific position in the CIA due to the fact that they would know who I am. I realize that most people watching this right now, they're going to dismiss this. They're going to think I'm making up a story for attention. I just want to say to everybody who's watching this, that's not me. I wanted to tell the truth for so long. My story starts back in the year 1981. I had previously worked for the CIA, but at the time in 1981, I was working a local job as a car mechanic. I had nothing to do with the CIA. I had nothing to do with the military at this time. I had previously been in the military and I worked for the CIA. But at the time,
Yeah, I was losing.
I was doing right now.
When I heard the door, oh shit,
I remember the day.
God damn.
I remember the
After
day.
this video, just put
I was sitting at home with my wife
I will put
on the couch,
safety.
watching television.
Yeah.
If
I
you
got
do,
knocked
if you
at
want
the
to
door.
go shoot range.
I went to the door to answer it. And outside were two men dressed in black suits. When I opened the door, they asked me to come with them. They worked for the CIA. They told me to go with them, so I complied. I took a seat in the back of their truck. They told me I couldn't even tell my wife that I was leaving, so I left her, sitting on the couch. I wasn't to see her for a long time. On the car ride, they explained to me that they can't tell me exactly where we're going. They told me to put on the blindfold, so I couldn't know the exact location of where we were going. Eventually, the car stopped, and I began to hear helicopter blades going. They told me to keep coming with them, and at the time I was still wearing a blindfold.
Yeah.
And soon thereafter, we were in a helicopter flying. After what I would estimate would be about 45 minutes, the helicopter landed. They took off my blindfold. And they told me we were in a top secret military base. They couldn't tell me the exact location of which way I was. A few different men wearing black suits ushered me into an underground facility at the base.
God damn.
Now remember, I haven't a clue where this base was. They brought me underground. I had to climb that.
Damn, Paranormal is getting good.
Deep underground.
Good.
Eventually we reached the bottom. I looked around and I saw a very long hall.
Good.
They told me to come with them down the hallway. Now, having worked for the Central Intelligence Agency, I had a little bit of an idea of what we were doing. You see, back when I worked for the CIA,
Yeah, you gotta
they would tell me
sleep
about
in
this
that
one
shit,
project
man.
in which they would test the limits of
I don't care.
space and
It's
time
just, I'm
itself.
so tired from work,
They
man.
were working with top
Yeah.
scientists.
I didn't do nothing at work today. I just walked home.
Oh.
I wasn't exactly sure what.
I should really.
I remember that I
Wait.
previously signed up.
You didn't do that, the thing that I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked for the CIA.
Yeah, work tomorrow or?
And they come get me around 10 years later.
Nah, it's Saturday.
After walking down this long
Take
hallway,
a fucking Saturday off.
there was a room on the right side.
God damn it.
Told me to come into the room. And inside the room I saw this.
I might actually do a day in life 2 live stream.
Very big contraption. It was a big cube. While you're sticking out gauges on the side. I didn't know exactly what to think of it.
Soon. Very fair.
And I remember clear as day. One of the scientists came up and he told the other men wearing the black suits that they could leave. And they stepped out of the room and closed the door. It was just me and this one scientist inside the room. The scientist, he told me, this is a time machine. Obviously, I was in shock.
I would
I
too.
would see previous technologies before they came out.
God damn it, man.
It's just how it is.
I'm about to say it's
It's
skip half of it, man.
I'll put it on fast forward. How about that?
So you don't imagine what technology we have right now. Upon that, Tony was punching. He told me that I was going to be the first test subject. I was going to be the first one. He told me there was a high probability of me getting hurt the gun. And then I could not opt out. He reminded me when I signed up as a test subject for advanced technologies. I complied. And then we put on this metal helmet.
That's
Small
sweet.
slit in which I could look
Yeah.
up. He said this thing from the radiation bulb. I also
I
put
can
on
make
this
it lower and
I was
lower.
like, from radiation. He told me to make it so he knew this test.
And I after bringing more lower
Now,
and
see,
lower, I
We
can't.
didn't know exactly what was going to happen. We didn't know who was.
Tired right now, man. That makes them so freaking
They told me
true.
what to do. They told me to lay still. You see, in the contraction, you have to lay down on your back. And they would pick you up on the stretcher and slide you into this one slot. Inside the slot was pitch black. Once they closed the door, it was black.
That's why.
And I had clue what was inside there, what was about to happen. After having various meetings about what was going to happen, we decided it was finally time to go through with it. And we were ready for the initial test. I went inside the machine, as we had previously tested it. As we had previously rehearsed. I felt as if I was ready. They told me that if they were ever successful in getting me back, that I could never tell my wife, no my children, no my grandchildren, no nobody. The last thing they want is for me talking to you right now here today. But I'm going to tell you about my story. So upon being put inside the time machine, it was pitch black, and pitch dark. I couldn't get through. Eventually, after about 5 minutes of being inside there, I started to feel lightheaded. And suddenly, there was flashes of bright light that seemed to be inside my own eyelids. I looked around, laying on my back, and I could see nothing, just white light flashing in my eyes every couple seconds. Eventually, I went unconscious. It was sort of like a fading out. My consciousness sort of faded out, and then I woke up. I was lying on a hospital bed. I thought something had gone wrong with the experience, and I was still in the year 1981. I looked around, and I was alone in my room. I was alone in this room, and there was a window to my left side. To the left side of the hospital bed, there was a window, and there were drapes on that window, so I couldn't see out of it. But I knew it was daytime because there was light peeking in. After looking at the window, I looked right heavy, and in front of me was something I've never seen before. It was a glass screen. It looked as if it was a piece of glass, hovering a couple of inches in front of the wall. Now, I figured this was inside of some sort of military hospital that they had developed, advanced technology the public was not aware of. But as I looked around, I saw some things that were very strange, very different, to say the least. I looked to my left side, and sitting next to the hospital bed was a table. The table was glass, and I could see right through it. I could see the ground. Now, this table, it was simply a tabletop, a glass tabletop floating, and I could see nothing outside supporting it, floating approximately 2 feet off the ground. And on top of this glass tabletop, there was a couple of cups. One of them appeared as if it was full of water. Now, this wasn't any sort of advanced technology that we had in our present year of 1981. Eventually, a nurse walked into the room I was staying in. It was the first person I've seen after this incident. And she began to explain everything to me. She said I was found on the side of the road, unconscious. She thought I had gotten in some sort of car accident or something. And I told her about my story. I told her what had happened. And she asked me, she said, what was the date in which this happened? And I told her it was in the year 1981. And I'll never forget what she said back. She said, sir, it's 2118. And I said, 2118. I thought she was referencing the military time. But she said, sir, don't you know the year? It's 2118. I didn't believe what she was saying at first. I didn't. But given the circumstances that led up to it, I began to accept it. I think she, along with everybody else in that hospital who talked to me, they thought I was crazy. They thought I was making up my story. She said, sir, why don't you watch some TV and get your mind off this?
God damn.
So I saw.
Yeah, we're watching this video right now. Apex TV. That is the YouTube channel.
On the side, sitting on that glass table as well. I picked up the remote control, and there was a power button on top. I hit that button, and the glass that was floating in front of the wall, it turned into a screen. And it was television shows I never heard of playing on that screen. And when I switched to one of the news channels, I read the date. The date read November 17th, 2118. This was hard to believe. It was hard to accept. I thought I was in a dream. And yet nobody in the future believed me. I realized I had to get out of this hospital. I was completely fine. I felt okay. So I got out of my hospital bed. And I noticed a chip on the bottom side of my wrist. A chip. And what I seen that chip was for was monitoring my heart rate and all the other vitals. So I got out of my hospital bed and I walked up to the window. I opened the window. And I saw a city. It looked like any other city I've ever seen before. This city was very large. I saw vehicles flying at the tops of the skyscrapers. I had to leave. I had to see what was going on. At this time, I began to accept my fate. I may never see my life again. So I walked to the door of that hospital room, and I found that it was unlocked. So I opened the door. I was still wearing the same exact clothes in which I was wearing in the year 1981. I walked out of that room, and I walked down a long hallway. I noticed an elevator. The elevator looked nearly the exact same as elevators that you see today. The buttons maybe looked a little bit more futuristic. But apart from that, it looked like any standard elevator. I got in that elevator, and I hit the button to go to floor 1. And I was on floor 6. I will admit the elevator was quite fast. I was on floor 1 before I knew it. The glass doors of the elevator opened, and I saw the lobby of this hospital in which I was in. Nearly everybody appeared to be dressed in white. They were all wearing white clothes. They appeared to be looking at me strangely. I went up to the front desk of this hospital, and I asked the lady who was standing there. Who was wearing all blue. The patients appeared to be all wearing white clothes, but this lady who was working at the front desk was wearing all blue. And it appeared as if all the other hospital employees were also wearing these blue uniforms. Not like the blue uniforms you'd see in the hospital today. They wore blue long-sleeve shirts, blue pants of the same color. And I asked the lady, where am I? And she tells me, you're in District 508. And I said, District 508, what does that mean? And she says, what do you mean, what does that mean? Well, you're in District 508. I didn't question everything. Where was I? I went up to the front of the hospital. I I went to the front doors, which was sliding glass doors, and they opened automatically when I walked through. And I saw them, and I realized I was on the outskirts of the city.
Brian, wake
I'm trying to stay up.
Time, same District 508.
I'll tell you how you stand up.
And at the bottom of the sign, I read in very small text. It said, "This empire." I realized I was not in the United States. I was in a new place.
How about this? How about you talk to your fans? How about that? I'll even turn the volume down.
Maybe. After this video ends, I'm going home. I'm tired.
Oh, don't forget. Let me do that video.
Yeah.
Alright. You're on your data, right?
Yeah. My day is so slow. If you guys have a great day and night, and tomorrow I will try to get out on work for you guys.
I'm gonna try to restart your phone real quick to get, get your data back.
It's right there.
Wait, restart the phone. Oh, you did that?
Yeah, it came back.
Okay. Here you go.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so high right now, and at the same time, I feel like I'm drunk. I'm not drunk, guys. I'm super tired because I walked home from my job to home. I just laid down. My friend's B. He knows I'm gonna fall asleep at his house.
Trying to get the video up. Keeps doing that blue circle.
Oh, the blue circle.
Yeah, on the YouTube.
Damn, my phone is acting weird.
Alright, so this is powered on.
Yeah, the back and
Okay, I'm gonna restart it. Okay.
go ahead.
To get the data back.
Yeah, my phone's acting so dumb. Thank God that video's almost over. And you get to watch an 8 minutes and 43 seconds of gun safety. Mm-hmm. It's not that hard to learn, man. My friend showed me once. I was getting used to it. My first time I went there, I started off with the freaking AR-15. That shit was kicking my shoulder.
Still keeps doing that down arrow.
It is.
Yeah.
I just tell them like something's wrong with my phone.
Okay, the two arrows are back. The up and down arrow.
Yeah. It does that. It's so fucking weird. Cause I use my high speed and shit. Damn, man, I'm tired, you guys. Time to stay awake for. It's almost about to be almost 9. I'll be going to bed early, wake up early. That's my thing to do.
Yeah.
Yo, your bed is so comfortable, yo.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I got so tired real quick. Damn, $475. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Um,
I love Footloose. Everyone does too.
you sound like you're so drunk.
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah.
You're drunk, go home.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep.
And yeah. Go home, Brian. You're drunk.
I sound so drunk right now, man. I feel like I'm drunk.
I'm gonna charge your phone just for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's at 33%, but I'm gonna charge it.
If you find a hole.
Yeah.
Man, that's what she said.
I don't know why it's not charging. I know, now it's charging. First time it didn't work, I don't know why. Go home, Brian.
How long you want me to make this? An hour and 30 minutes or hour and 20?
How about this? When you walk out the door, I'll keep watching until it's done.
You know what? Oh, I gotta see the computer too. Yeah, see the guy too. Your phone's my mirror. Yeah, I do sound like I'm so drunk.
I'm drunk, bitches. Right?
Yo, I'm so drunk. Oh man, I'm not drunk, guys. That's where I hit 21. Get drunk. Knock on Jordan's door, like, yo, what you doing? Oh wow, it's night over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might be at home. What?
I might live stream. Oh my god. I might live stream Resident Evil 6 on my channel.
Yo.
If you guys want to check me out, Pokemon Fan Hopper 13, if you guys want.
Yeah, but I don't care if Free Fire Gamer is out, cause I'm tired as fuck. Yeah.
Today, what's going on?
So tired. Hope you guys have a good night. Have a sleep.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
I'm getting this good nap tonight.
I think before I go live on my channel, I might charge my phone a little bit till it's up to 100, and then there you go. Alright, so what do you think of the videos?
It was good.
Yeah,
And weird. The one.
yeah, we're gonna do. I'll try to buy him the spy glasses thing that records when he goes to work. Like, I'll wait until springtime, summertime, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll definitely do that lucid dreaming pills
Oh yeah, me too. I'm doing that too.
when the warm weather. I don't want to do it just yet because it might affect the
The shipping.
yeah. So yeah. I just can't wait till warm weather. I just can't wait till the warm weather so I can buy more t-shirts from Amazon.
Yeah. Alright guys, Blind Carefree Fight Gamer is out. Hope you guys have a great night and get good sleep. I'm doing that. I'm going home and going to sleep.
And I will watch your video of the gun range.
Yeah, I'm doing it on Tuesday again.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
about to fall asleep on the bed. Not to wake up. Stay up. I'm so tired, so I'm a grown person. Alright, good night.
Don't forget to do more videos.
I know.
Alright, see ya.